There are some names that are starting to merge when it comes to the Arizona offensive coordinator position. This is obviously a position that needs to be hit out of the park by Brent Brennan, and we're going to talk about some names. We got three names here that are going to be very interesting to see how this all does play out. Now, the first one is Seth Dagey. He is the Marshall offensive coordinator, and if you looked at Marshall, they've put together very good offenses, and the thing that's also impressive about them is that they can throw and they can run the ball. Also, you look at what he's been able to do in his career, played at Texas Tech, did a lot there, and he's been around. He also was somebody that Lane Kiffin was very, very big on. Lane Kiffin had him around as an offensive analyst, so you got that. But somebody that's viewed as a big coaching star, a rising coaching star in the community, and somebody that I think you're probably going to see as a head coach one day. I think you could do a lot better than Seth Dagey. And then Joe Craddock. Joe Craddock is also very fascinating for me in all of this because this is a guy that right now, he is the Tulane offensive coordinator, and Tulane, another one just like Marshall, doing a lot of things. He's also younger as well. He's only 39 years old. I think you got to look at that and be also fairly intrigued. He comes from an interesting background as well. Dabo Sweeney hired him early on. That's kind of how he got his start, offensive player development. And then after that, he was the youngest OC in the history of the SEC, and at University of Arkansas, Broyles Award nominee. It's done a lot of really good things. Also, the OC at Tulane. Tulane obviously has a very, very good offense. What I like about him too, another one, he is young, he is innovative. There's a lot to like about him. And then after that, the one that to me is that definitely the distant third in all of this is Matt Wells. Matt Wells has been a head coach at two different places. Sheer and I have debated about Matt Wells for a long, long time. He was at Utah State, and he was just kind of he was a good coach there at Utah State for sure. And then he went to Texas Tech, and he was not good. I believe that is a big part of all this, is that you need to have something where you have a little bit of a blueprint of what's going on when you're at a place like Texas Tech. You're in the Big 12. It's kind of comparable to Arizona. He was not good there. He has been the associate head coach, co-offensive coordinator at Kansas State. He's definitely the one that I would say probably has the most qualifications, but I think that he is probably the one that also has kind of that's just kind of a bland hire. I think this is a hire that you need something to be excited about, and I think Seth Dagey or I think Craddock brings that in a level that Matt Wells doesn't. Those would be my two, and I think that Noah Fifita would probably sign off on both of those, but that's kind of what we're looking at. Right? Those are the three names right now that you need to know when it comes to the Arizona offensive coordinator search for Brent Brennan and the Wildcats.